So this is video 2 of a 5-part series on how DIY, doing it yourself, is a crappy strategy for creating a life of passion, purpose, and prosperity. In this video, I'm talking about how your doing it yourself is actually just fear. I mean, you're just afraid, you're just scared. DIY is like it's praised as like a holy grail. It's like if you can do it yourself, then you're, especially for guys, then you're a real man, you're an achiever. Do it yourself, yeah. But it's funny because most of the time when people are trying to do it themselves, they're really just afraid that if they can't do it themselves, they're not good enough. I have a client who's a startup founder, and she was, working on this big challenge, this big problem, the thing she had to figure out for her software in order to present it to a potential client, and she was really stuck on how many different things she should know. She thought she should know what it was. She was overwhelmed with the amount of work she had to do in the research and time for this presentation, and what we figured out is that she wasn't even reaching out to her employees to help her with this because she was embarrassed for them to know that she didn't know how to do this. So she was trying to do it herself because she was afraid for them to know that she didn't know. And this is a really blatant example, but it's subtle. A lot of times it's more subtle than this, but it's the same dynamic. It's like I'm trying to do it myself because I'm afraid of other people thinking that I can't do it. So what we did is realize that it was just fear and what do you want to create, and got her connected to what was possible. And she went out and spoke to her employees about this thing and just said, hey, I don't know how to do this. I can't figure this out. Can you help me? And not only did they not think she was unable to do the thing or whatever, they didn't think poor of her, they actually got inspired, and it became a great way to lead, to open up and say, hey, I need help with this. And of course, everybody got inspired. They helped her out, and she ended up raising funds and getting a client and all sorts of stuff. But the point is why are we hiding in fear? How often is fear hiding behind doing yourself? I'm going to say almost all the time. Whenever I meet people so focused on it that it's something they're talking about, it's something that they're concerned with, it's coming from fear. You're just afraid. You're just afraid that if you can't do it yourself, you're not okay. And I would challenge you, if you're DIYing and you're resisting this right now, no, not me. I just like doing things by myself. Dig deeper. Get really honest about why it's so important to you to do it by yourself. And I would challenge you that there is some fear down there. And if there is, it's worth rooting it out. Because when you're afraid, you're less connected to what it is you'd really love. And when you're less connected to what it is you really love, it's a lot harder to create a life of passion, love, purpose, and prosperity. If you're trying to do it yourself out of fear, even just a little bit, you are less effective in creating that life of passion, purpose, and prosperity. So what are you afraid of? What is it that you're afraid of if you're trying to do it yourself? It comes up for me all the time. And share your insights down below. Much love. So if you like this video, subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also, if you like this video, share it with your friends. Facebook it, tweet it, whatever you do. And of course, down below in the comments is where the best discussion happens. It's where the best ideas come from because your questions elicit new questions from me, and we get to dialogue, and it gets so much more interesting. So leave your comments down below. And lastly, if you want to learn more about creating a life of passion, purpose, and prosperity, hit up my website. Much love.